As ever in American politics, we're on a pendulum, right? So George W. Bush was someone who would not have apologized, for someone who did not like revisiting decisions, did not muse out loud, was not particularly interested in a professorial dissection of various issues. So what do? In 2008, we hire the opposite. We hire someone who is entirely about professorial dissection. And now we have a Republican nominee who, again, is the opposite, even farther out on that spectrum than George W. Bush was. And so I think that there's a metronomic quality to American politics that we're experiencing. And I think that at some level, Obama has to resent that.
Well, yeah, the messages Donald Trump's putting out has had adherents a lot of times during the course of our history. Talk to me if he wins. Then we'll have a conversation about how responsible I feel about it. This early in the contest, a lot of times you'll have people who are seen as front runners.
Right.
Because they're noisy, they get a lot of attention.
Correct.
Over time, voters take a careful look. The closer you get to actually deciding on a president, everybody gets a little more sober. It's less entertainment, and it's a little more, this is serious business.
How much responsibility do you accept for that reservoir of feeling in the country that's propelling that sort of candidate? And a couple of weeks ago, you told Matt Lauer that Donald Trump would not win the presidency. Do you now think that he will not win the nomination as well? And what about Rubio and what about Cruz?
Every candidate, every nominee needs to be subject to exacting standards and genuine scrutiny. It means that you got to make sure that their budgets add up. They are paying very close attention to this election. I think it's fair to say that they are surprised by the Republican nominee. They are not sure how seriously to take some of his pronouncements, but they're rattled by him, and for good reason, because a lot of the proposals that he's made display either ignorance of world affairs or a cavalier attitude or an interest in getting tweets and headlines instead of actually thinking through what it is that is required to keep America safe and secure and prosperous, and what's required to keep the world on an even keel.
And the one thing I can promise you is if we turn against each other based on divisions of race or religion, if we fall for, a bunch of okey doke, just because it sounds funny or the tweets are provocative, then we're not going to build on the progress that we've started. If we get cynical and just vote our fears, or if we don't vote at all, we won't build on the progress that we started.